Good evening from Langhorse Field on the campus of Elmhurst College, where the Elmhurst College Blue Jays are set to wrap up at least the main portion of their non-conference schedule as they face today the Simpson College Storm. I'm Luke Tanaka, glad to have you alongside for this edition of Elmhurst College Men's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com. It'll be the 4-2-2 Blue Jays against the 6-2-1 Storm. And we'll see if the Blue Jays can get some momentum here, win a contest here after defeating IIT 3-0. Hopefully able to get another win here for the Blue Jays, sending them into conference play with consecutive victories. And we're underway here from Langhorse Field as the Blue Jays send the ball forward. The Simpson College Storm in the yellow jerseys with the red shorts and the red socks as well. They'll head from left to right here in this half, and the Blue Jays in the home whites heading from right to left. This is Diedrich Cooper-Seep on the far side, winning a corner for the Blue Jays. Here it comes towards the near post. It's swung on by Hicks, popped up into the air. And it's cleared away by Simpson. The Storm in the yellow, as we mentioned. Here are the starters for Simpson. The goalie, number 1, Chris Harris. Number 3, Sam Stevens is a midfielder. Number 4, Jack Arndt, a defender/midfielder for the Storm today. Number 5, Trevor Fuccio is a defender. Number 6, Colin Robinson. Number 7, Nick Joslin, both midfielders. Colin Heeman plays forward for the Storm. Number 10, Garrick Pokup, a midfielder, as well as Darius Doswell, number 11. Number 12, Connor Robson is a defender, and number 16, Josh Harry, a defender. This one played up towards Arvidsson, defender for the Storm, looking to play it back towards the middle, cut off by Lucas Weatherby Johnson, hops over a defender, now looks towards the middle, finds a Ganas in the middle who has lots of space, but loses the ball to the Simpson defense, and it's cleared away. A ball in a dangerous area for the Blue Jays there. Ganas thought he might just try to rip a right-footed shot. He was straight on, right on top of the box, but unable to take a shot there. But now Elmhurst with another chance. Here's Diedrich Cooper-Seep on the far side, trying to get some space. Sends one to the middle that is deflected off a Simpson defender for another Blue Jay corner. Looks like Nick Fetchy will take this corner once again for Elmhurst. No, it will not be Fetchy, excuse me. Looks like it'll be Hicks, and he sends it through, headed on towards goal, and it's a goal for the Blue Jays. Right off the bat, right in the middle there, it's Matt McNamara with the goal. Off the corner from, looks like Weatherby Johnson. So the Blue Jays already on top early, 1-0. good spot for Elmhurst, who generally a very good defensive team, to get themselves out in front really keeps them in their system. Elmhurst so far this season took a road trip to Indiana, faced a couple of teams there, and came out with a 5-0 goal differential after their first two games, defeating Earlham 3-0 and Anderson 2-0. Then a draw with Dominican here at Langhorse Field. Defeated Kalamazoo out at Wheaton at their tournament, and then tied John Carroll as well. The first loss of the season came to Chicago. University of Chicago, top 5 team in the country, came in and beat the Blue Jays. Foul on Elmhurst on the far side. And then Concordia, Wisconsin came here, and a slightly controversial red card forced the Blue Jays to play with 10 men. Score tied at 1 for about 40 minutes, and Concordia, Wisconsin able to come away from Langhorse Field with a victory 2-1. But then the Blue Jays bounced back, defeated IIT 3-0. As this one curls towards Nick King, and he will glove it just above his head. King out to play that one. Simple play for him. Starters for Elmhurst today. Number 1, Nick King playing in goal, the junior from Downers Grove, Illinois. Lucas Weatherby Johnson, who took that last corner where the Blue Jays scored, has the ball now. He's a midfielder for the most part for Elmhurst, a junior from California. And Nick Fetchy, number 6, a defender. Sam Johnson, a forward, number 7. Creed Shar, number 8, a defender. And Andrew Hicks, a midfielder, number 9. Number 10, Alec Ganas is a midfielder as well. Matt McNamara, a defender, number 14. Josh Arvidsson, an attacking midfielder, wears number 17. Derek Dedman, another defender, at number 21. And then Diedrich Cooper-Seep, also up front at a forward spot for Elmhurst. We've seen the Blue Jays shuffle lots of different offensive combinations onto the field this season, and this time it's going to be Johnson and Cooper-Seep out in front. Here is Johnson applying pressure, and now Cooper-Seep, but the Storm defense plays it nicely. Up ahead, Creed Chard making sure that the attacker for Simpson had no chance to get to the ball, and now it'll be Nick King to boot it away for Elmhurst. Early goings, first goal, a header from Matt McNamara right in the middle of that box, sent in on the corner by Lucas Weatherby Johnson. The Blue Jays already on top 1-0. Weatherby Johnson tries to send one to the middle. Arvidsson was there, but it's cleared by the Storm. Number 11 for the Storm, Darius Doswell on the near side, sends it to the far side. And that looks like number 8, Colin Heeman. Passes it back off to the defense. Here's Johnson trying to take one away. He almost does. Now Ganas whiffs on one. Here's number 7 on the field for Simpson. It's headed away by the Blue Jay defense, but not out. Cooper-Seep applying pressure. Now we're on the far side and sent towards the middle, right to Nick King. Elmhurst already out in front, 1-0. Blue Jays quickly striking here in this one. Josh Arvidsson plays it to the far side. There's Diedrich Cooper-Seep trying to get around his defender. He almost does. Slides down. It's taken away by the defender. Simpson will play some touch passing before trying to rip it down the far sideline. Instead kept in by the Blue Jays. Here's Cooper-Seep again. Plays it back for Fetchy, and it's out of play. Throw in for Simpson. Simpson this season started their year with a couple of wins over Bethel of Minnesota and Westminster of Missouri, both at home. Then took their first loss of the year, 2-1 loss to Carleton College in overtime. Played at Concordia Moorhead for a couple of games. Beat Wisconsin Superior 4-3, a high-scoring contest there, and then tied Concordia Moorhead on the road 1-1. Then lost on the road to Grinnell. Beat Augustana 3-0. So that's a CCIW foe that the Storm were able to defeat, as the Blue Jays have a free kick on the far side. About 30 yards out. Looks like Dedman will be the one to take it. St. John's and Wartburg, the two recent victims of the Storm. A nice victory for the Storm in conference play to open it up over Wartburg. Normally a very tough team. Dedman will set up to take this free kick from the far side. Blue Jays swirling into the box. Low line drive. Ganas heads it towards goal, and it's just wide. Good looking effort there. Nice ball by Dedman. Ganas trying to ricochet towards the far post. Just couldn't quite sneak it in. But another good scoring chance for the Blue Jays, who have already hit 3 shots, while Simpson still waiting for their first. Head coach Dave DiTomaso of Elmhurst. Actually sat down with him earlier today, an interview that will air a little later on BlueJayTV.com, as we'll have it on ElmhurstBlueJays.com as well. Dave DiTomaso became the head coach of Elmhurst College's new men's soccer team, and in his first season as a varsity sport, the Blue Jays went 12-7-1 and went to the CCIW tournament. Now, 12 years later, the Blue Jays continuing to have lots of success, not only in the conference, but also playing a very tough schedule on the regional and national scale, especially, you could say, this season, playing many top-ranked teams, including the University of Chicago, and perhaps a game in Concordia of Wisconsin. The Blue Jays felt they should have had a team that was ranked in the top 25 earlier this year. And Dave DiTomaso talking to him about that one, that was one where he felt that his team did not play to their potential, and a team that they could certainly beat if they did indeed play to their potential. A little bit of a wake-up call, I suppose, for this Elmhurst team, and sometimes that's what a team needs heading into conference play. You need that one game. Maybe you didn't play your best one game you'll remember going forward. When your legs get a little tired late in the conference season, you realize you don't want to play like that, and you want to remember that call to action that Dave DiTomaso had with his team last week after that loss to Concordia of Wisconsin here at home. Simpson having a little bit more possession here in the last 2 or 3 minutes or so, as opposed to the first 10. This one played nicely around Dedman. Dedman Key continuing to fight defensively. Pass to the near side, picked off by Chart and sent away. Andrew Hicks on a pinball, sends it towards Josh Arvidsson. Players collide. Arvidsson now with a ball from Lucas Weatherby Johnson, but that one played too far and cleared by the Storm. As I mentioned, Elmhurst has had the better of the opportunities, indeed scoring 1 goal as well. Lucas Weatherby Johnson on the corner finds Matt McNamara in the middle of the box, and he sends it home for his 2nd goal of the year. Elmhurst leads 1-0. McNamara, side foot pass to Weatherby Johnson, but is taken away again by the Storm. In 2009, head coach of the Blue Jays, Dave DiTomaso, led the Elmhurst men's soccer team to its first ever NCAA tournament after winning the CCIW championship. Undefeated conference record of 5-0-2 and a 13-4-4 overall record. One of the best seasons in program history. Blue Jays have been a regular in the conference tournament recently, including earning the number 2 seed last year. And what was one of the more interesting tie-break scenarios you'll see in a conference, had the Blue Jays have lost on the last day of the conference season to Carthage, chances are that they would not, actually I believe they would not have made the conference tournament. They would have ended up 5th in the conference and not made it. But instead they defeated Carthage, and I believe with a North Park loss toppled onto it, Elmhurst actually ended up being the number 2 seed and hosting a first-round game where the Blue Jays lost in penalty kicks to Carthage. I believe it was the 10th or 11th round. Really just a dramatic finish there. So here is a low ground ball shot by Simpson that is well wide, and Nick King will be there. He was at the post just in case, but it was sent indeed wide. Trevor Fuccio there on the shot for the Storm, wearing the yellow jerseys with the red shorts out of Iowa. Storm led by Rick Isaacson. Nick Fecci with lots of room. Plays outside for Cooper Seep. Trying to get a quick opportunity here. Headed away softly by Simpson. Cooper Seep keeps it in play, then loses it to a Simpson defender. All the way back to McNamara, and he'll send it up the far side for Fecci again. Nick Fecci has Sam Johnson in the middle of the field. He backs off and now plays around Fecci, but the pass a little behind him. Stunted Johnson's momentum to the far side. Simpson able to clear. Isaacson in 5 seasons, 54, 43, and 7. 19, 15, and 2 conference record in the Iowa Conference. 13 wins in 2012 was most by a Simpson program in 10 years since 2002. He also led Simpson to the conference tournament semifinals in the 2012, 2013, 2015 seasons. Now, if you're from the CCIW, that probably wouldn't mean much. It means essentially that you qualified, but I believe in the IIAC they do a 6 or 8, I think it's a 6-team conference tournament, so a little different. Cooper Seep goes down, and play on, says the official. He was tripped up. Cooper Seep still down behind the play. Slowly getting to his feet. This ball picked off by Lucas Weatherby Johnson. Cooper Seep has to get back on side. He does. Now they try a pass for him, but it's picked off by one of the Simpson defenders. Perhaps a chance to counterattack there, but it does not go by way of the Blue Jays, who had a pretty good chance there. A couple of men moving forward. Simpson defense caught on its heels with the pass instead of being threaded. Maybe just a little too late. Isaacson, no stranger to the IIAC. He was the MVP of the conference in 2002 when he was the goalkeeper for Luther College. Nice play on the far side by one of the Simpson attackers. He's got a good lane towards goal. Here's a shot. It's saved by Nick King. Rebound, and King gobbles it up. Close there for the Simpson College Storm, but Nick King is up to the task. This ball played ahead. Cooper Seep, long run. Can he get there? Sends one towards the middle. Arvidsson is there, and it's cleared away by Simpson. Ooh, Arvidsson right in the middle of the box. Had a good chance to rip one there, but covered by a Simpson defender. Just unable to poke it towards goal. Could have been a chance for Elmhurst as well. And now we're going to have the trainer come out to attend to one of the Simpson players who was down on the turf. If I can get a number, I'll let you know. The Simpson numbers are actually not that easy to read. It's a yellow jersey with yellow numbers and a red outline for the number. And I'll certainly let you know if I can figure out who the player is on the turf. The coach, Isaacson, heading out there as well. He's being helped off the field by the trainer Joe Mattingly. We'll have a sub coming in for Simpson. He's going to come all the way here to the near side. Looks like that's actually Connor Robson on the near side, so he's shifting out to the outside back to make a little shift in the Simpson defense. Here's Doswell ripping one, but it's picked off by Alec Ganas and sent away by another Blue Jay defender. Josh Arvidsson plays it down to the near side. Lucas Weatherby Johnson already with an assist. Sent ahead by Creed Shard, popped up into the air. Johnson and Nick Joslin battling. And now Arvidsson out after the pass from Johnson. Arvidsson tries to cut it back. He does. Waits for Weatherby Johnson. Now sends it to him on the near side. Trying to get around a defender. Sends across in. The Cooper Seep shoots it, scores! Cooper Seep. And it's Weatherby Johnson again. Cooper Seep scores. It's his second goal of the year on a cross sent in by Weatherby Johnson. So Elmhurst now leading 2-0 here, not even halfway through the first half against the Storm. Blue Jays have had some great offensive chances and some good possession as well to go along with it. Lucas Weatherby Johnson capitalizing twice. A great corner sent right to the first goal scorer for Elmhurst. Number 14, Matt McNamara, and then sending across. And Diedrich Cooper Seep sends into the back of the net on a slide. Here's Sam Johnson in the middle of the field. Passes for Weatherby Johnson, who sends it all the way back to Nick King in goal. King now looking ahead at a 2-0 lead, partially because of the great save that he made off that rebound. You have the feeling that the game would have, at least even in this early juncture, a very different feel if Simpson is able to capitalize on that great chance in which two of their three shots came at the same time. Andrew Hicks sends one ahead. Cooper Seep, you could just tell how fast this guy is. The freshman from Norway. This time he takes it away from the defender. Now trying to beat his defender to the spot. Couldn't get there. It'll be a goal kick for the keeper, Chris Harris, who has allowed just 1.13 goals. Well, really, goals against the average. And right now with 3 shutouts. And right now he's already given up 2 over his average for a whole game, as it were, per 90 minutes. Here's Cooper Seep off the turnover by the Storm. Sending it for Weatherby Johnson was Arvidsson, a little too hard. And I'm surprised Weatherby Johnson came so close. Actually, it's going to be a deflection. It'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst. Arvidsson out chasing it. Sending it ahead, Creed Chard off the throw-in, but it's cleared by Simpson. Elmhurst, a member of the CCIW, a very good conference here in the Chicagoland and even further area, Illinois and Wisconsin. As there is a handball on Elmhurst, it'll be sent by the way of the Storm here. Elmhurst perennially in one or two teams, of course one team with the automatic qualifier, but not surprising to see two CCIW teams in the NCAA tournament year after year. And that schedule starts on Wednesday right here at Langhorse Field. It'll be the Blue Jays and the Augustana College Vikings. North Park has already defeated Carroll in what was the first conference game played. That was this past weekend. But the 6 more teams will open up their conference slate. Nick King, topspin on his ball, sends it to the near side. Weatherby Johnson plays back for Chard. Ice ball sent up by Chard towards Arvidsson. He lost it. Elmhurst swarming. And Simpson clearing. Blue Jays applying a whole lot of pressure. Maybe that call to action was exactly what this team needed. They are out in front of a 6-2-1 team already 2-0. Doswell sends one to the middle. A potential shot for one of the players near the far post, but it goes high. Good chance there as Doswell's ball dangerously bounced right in front of Nick King. Wasn't able to play it. Perhaps the bounce was just a little too high for the far side attacker. And that sent it over the bar off the chest. Really no way to play it with the head or with the feet, which of course the best way to score, if you will, though there really is no good way to score. If I want to say any way you can score is a good way to score, but chances of putting some pace on the ball really come from those two areas. That one played right off the chest and over the bar. Nick King plays it short. On the near side, Matt McNamara, one of the goal scorers. That pass a little bit wide, intended for Alec Anas, who, interesting to see him playing all the way back there on the back line. Normally a midfielder, but this one played all the way back. One of the Storm players was offside. It's number 10, Garrick Poca, playing up front. .25 minutes gone here in this first half. Blue Jays asserting themselves early, already leading 2-0. Weatherby Johnson fouled. It'll be a free kick for Elmhurst here. Looks like Dedman will be the one to take it. Weatherby Johnson, who already has 2 assists, will head towards the box here. Andrew Hicks as well. Just 2 defenders back for the Blue Jays. Means 7 right now in the box. Crowded area. Ball to be sent by Dedman. High arcing one towards the back post. Johnson's going to have to try to keep it in. He does. Weatherby Johnson is there. Sent over the far sideline. It'll be a throw-in for Nick Fetchy. Fetchy took the first corner. Blue Jays did not score on it. They switched to Lucas Weatherby Johnson on their second corner, able to score. Cooper Seep heads one up into the air, and it's well wide. With 18 minutes to go, the Blue Jays still have a 2-0 lead. Around the CCIW as of late, the September 21st, Wheaton drew with Benedictine 1-1. North Park took out Dubuque 2-0, and UW-Platteville beat Augustana 1-0, while Chicago beat North Central 4-0. When the Blue Jays scored against the University of Chicago, it was the only goal that Chicago had given up all year in 6+ games. And their defenses continue to be stellar. Carthage took out UW-Whitewater by a score of 2-1. Wash U beat Illinois Wesleyan 3-0, and Elmhurst beat IIT 3-0. That one on September 23rd. Then on the 24th, Augustana took out Robert Morris 8-0. North Central 2, Central nothing. Central of Iowa. Foul on Elmhurst on the far side. Free kick for the Storm. UW-Whitewater 5, Milliken 1, Carthage 5, Silver Lake nothing, and the North Park 2, Carroll 1. The only conference game that has been played so far. It was played on Saturday. Foul on Simpson sends this one up the other way. Upcoming games. A couple of non-conference games tomorrow, and the conference schedule starts, for real, I guess you could say, on the 28th, with 3 conference games on the slate. Tomorrow, Chicago travels to Carthage, Lake Forest being hosted by Wheaton, and then Illinois Wesleyan on the road at Webster. And we're going to have a slew of subs for the Blue Jays here. This is Andrew Hicks sending it up to one of the new subs. It's like number 26 for the Blue Jays. Austin Culver is checked in. Now we'll have a couple of Simpson subs as well. I have seen 4 of the Elmhurst subs. I'm looking for one more. It looks like I may have found him. J.D. Garnett is the 5th. So for Elmhurst, number 3, Keegan Thompson comes in. Also number 23, Oliver Sale. I see him out on the field as well. This ball sent towards the box. Nick King will be there to take it. Keeper for Elmhurst. David Bez also checks in. Number 26, Austin Culver into the game. And the final sub for Elmhurst, number 16, J.D. Garnett replaces Lucas Weatherby Johnson. So Elmhurst going with 5 fresh sets of legs. Simpson also going with some fresh sets, including Tanner Alderson, who I see here is on the near side. Simpson has already had to do 1 sub based on an injury. This one, an attempted cross, is blocked out of play, and it'll be a corner kick for Elmhurst. J.D. Garnett on the far side, ready to take it. Elmhurst huddles into the box now. Garnett pump fakes, then plays short. Now sends a left-footed shot towards the box. David Bez almost got a head on it. It was headed on by a Simpson defender. Oh, man, Bez was right next to that one. He was ready to send that one towards goal. Shot just not quite on by Bez as the ball is sent over the near sideline. Andrew Hicks set to take the throw in, plays it for Thompson, who loses it out of bounds. Elmhurst leading 2-0 here at Langhorse Field. What is it? Day so far been dominated by the Blue Jays, although the shots relatively similar at this point. Elmhurst, if you want to count offensive chances, of course not an official stat, more of a subjective stat, but certainly has been in favor of the Blue Jays, and you can tell by the 2-0 score. Foul on Elmhurst in the middle of the field will send the ball back up towards the Storm, and they'll have a free kick at just about midfield. 12.5 minutes to go here in the first half. This one sent high in the air. Nick King has to go back to his line, headed up by the Elmhurst defense. And then on a bounce, drilled ahead by McNamara. Bez plays it. Now ahead. Speedy Austin Culver looking for some room. Has the ball far side. Culver trying to get around his defender. He does. Culver towards the sideline. Sends one into the middle that's cleared by the defense. Here's a shot by number 16. Shoots and scores! 3-0 Blue Jays. What a swing by J.D. Garnett. Garnett's second goal of the year. Big swing from right on top of the 18-yard box, and the Blue Jays lead by 3. Unassisted second goal of the year. J.D. Garnett blasts one into the left post and puts Elmhurst up 3-0. Blue Jays 3, Storm 0. Here's a shot that's blocked. And now taken away by the defense of Elmhurst. Shot by Darius Doswell there. Blocked by the Elmhurst defense. Couple of shots on goal so far for Simpson. 3 shots on goal for Elmhurst have all found the net. And another throw in for Elmhurst on the far side, looking to add and taking out perhaps some of their frustrations from that Concordia of Wisconsin loss that really stung, not only for the players but also for the coaching staff. Elmhurst taking it out on Simpson here, leading 3-0, less than, well, really about 35 minutes into the game. Goals in the 4th minute from Matt McNamara, the 20th minute, Diedrich Cooper-Seep, and then the 33rd minute, J.D. Garnett. 2 assists for Lucas Weatherby Johnson. Garnett plays it to the far side. Culver hits one towards the middle, bouncing dangerously and eventually into the arms of the keeper, Chris Harris. Headed on by Denman, and Fetchy will play it outside. Perhaps smart there. Wanted to head it back to King, but ball bounced a little too low for that. And a nice play by Fetchy with lots of pressure on him, one of the attackers in the area. Blue Jays out in front by 3. Here's Keegan Thompson running towards the near side for Elmhurst. Ball taken away by the defender. Thompson a little grab there, and that'll be a foul. Well, talking to from the official here on the near side. And the free kick will be played on the near side. It is driven, but a little short of its at least the box, as Austin Culver plays it on the far side. Culver into the game, a freshman from Shawnee, Kansas. First time that I have seen so far Oliver Sale, the freshman from Bartlett, Illinois, although he's played 6 games, so I don't know where I've been. Sale's been in the games, though. Mentioned those last subs for Elmhurst were Thompson, Sale, David Bez, Austin Culver, and J.D. Garnett as well, who put his rip shot inside the left post for the 3rd goal of the day for Elmhurst. Headed down, but right to the Simpson attacker, who just blasts one over the bar. Eight minutes to go in the half. Nick King brushing the turf, making sure his spot is all ready for him. Wind blowing pretty furiously, at least it was in warm-ups. It really has died down here at Langhorse Field. Made it a pretty pleasant evening for soccer. Although, in talking to the athletic director, Paul Crone, when I was going down, I said, Coach Crone, this is conference weather, and he agreed. This is the weather when the soccer season turns to conference play, starts to get a little cooler here in the latter portions of September. Yes, it's just about that time. Wednesday, the conference opener for both the Blue Jay men's and women's soccer teams. Garnett plays the corner short. Nick Fetchy sends one towards the far post. Too high, headed back by Hicks. And the shot from Thompson, he scores! Keegan Thompson off the one touch from Andrew Hicks. The ball came from Nick Fetchy, and the Blue Jays lead by 4. Thompson's first goal of the year. Ball sent from the far side, headed back towards goal by Andrew Hicks, and then into the back of the net from the foot of Keegan Thompson. And Elmhurst has a 4-0 lead. Thompson's first goal of the season puts Elmhurst up by 4. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Blue Jays really coming out with a sense of urgency here in this one. And offensively, they have been on fire. Every shot on goal has been put up on the scoreboard. 4 for 4. 7 total shots to 6 for Simpson. In a game that assuredly has been dominated more by the Blue Jays than that statistic entails. Foul on Elmhurst will put Simpson in a dangerous area with a free kick here. Storm will try to set up their offense, try to chip into this deficit. 4-0 in favor of the Blue Jays. Goals by Thompson, Garnett, Cooper Seep, and Matt McNamara. from fourth to first respectively. The Blue Jays piling it on here at Elmhurst Field. This one sent towards the far post, and what a save by Nick King. Nicely done by King, the keeper there, who just lifted it right over the head of an awaiting member at the post, and King's able to make the save. Ball sent to the far side, headed up by a Blue Jay, and Hicks couldn't quite take a swing to clear it away. Didn't want to miss on it and be out of position, so the Storm keep it on their side, chipped ahead and drilled away by, it looked like Creed Chard or Matt McNamara, one of the two, playing on this side of the back line. 4 minutes to go in the half, 4-0 Blue Jays. Culver plays for Garnett. Thompson hustling up the field. Garnett, ooh, fancy move there, trying to get away from his defender. Instead, just plays back for Hicks, and it's sent to the far side. Fetchy staying alive. Defender goes down, and it's sent away by the Storm. Defensively, just maybe one too many defenders. Fetchy tried to dribble around there. McNamara plays to the near side. Chard nicely cuts it off. There was an attacker in the area. May have had a chance had the ball gotten past Creed Chard. Jay Cohen, it looks like. Excuse me, David Bez, I should say. Trying to work his way around a defender, but he couldn't get there, and he ended up fouling his opponent. Headed down by a Blue Jay on the drilled free kick. Keegan Thompson out there needs some help, finds it in Creed Chard. And the Blue Jays send it back up the field, not all the way out. Brought down by Doswell in the middle of the Blue Jay defense. Now sent towards goal, and it's going to be right to Nick King. Simpson will pressure. King will pick it up. King plays it out in front of him and then sends it away. And really for the Blue Jays, they have to feel pretty good about the fact, especially the wind died down here as well, as Bez tries to slide a shot, but it's picked up by the keeper there. Bez's intention was to score, calls it a shot on goal. First shot on goal saved by the keeper for the Storm, Chris Harris, as McNamara sends it away, back in by the Storm. 4 goals for the Blue Jays. I think that's already a season high. Let me check. It is. First half here against Simpson, the Blue Jays have scored their season high in goals. Kicking down to about a minute to go here in the opening half. Elmhurst has been absolutely dominant here in the first half. Matt McNamara just beyond midfield will have a chance after a Simpson foul, and he just plays it short. Blue Jays, I have to imagine, feeling pretty content right now to take this 4-0 lead into the locker room. Garnett, nice play on the back foot there. Long run all on his own. See if he finds some help. He doesn't. 2 Simpson defenders. Thompson tries to keep it in, and it's sent away by the Simpson defense and Nick Joslin. 20 seconds to go here in the half, and a half that has been sparkling for the Blue Jay offense, and you can say the Blue Jay defense as well. 7 shots for Simpson, 3 on goal at this point. And that will do it here for the first half, as Simpson just kicks the ball away there. A little bit of frustration on the Storm side. Lots of Happiness on the Blue Jay side of things, 4-0. Elmhurst on top. As we will head to halftime, we'll come back and give you the halftime stats in about 15 minutes on Blue Jay TV.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to like the way you live your everyday life.
We value
Intellectual excellence.
Community.
Social responsibility.
Stewardship.
Faith, meaning, and values.
Last year we had all of our girls leave except me and another girl, so we kind of got put into our captain positions. And it's not that I didn't want to do it, but I didn't know if I was ready to take that leadership role yet. But because I was thrown into it, I had to do it. So it helped me as a person and to help lead the dance team and be in control. I mean, it's difficult sometimes, no doubt about it. It's very stressful sometimes, but I probably, as much as I complain about it, I probably wouldn't change it for the world because it's making me who I am today.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program, and it's been a really good experience for me. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close, and we rely on each other and ask each other for help.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program, and I lived on campus for 2 years. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends, and there's just so much here to offer. I just love it.
I really like doing the dance team because I've been dancing since I was 3, so coming here and joining the dance team was an obvious choice of something that I'd wanted to do. The whole experience for me is a confidence builder, and being able to connect with students in the crowd, not even to know them, but just to get them to smile while you're at a game, I think that's such a great feeling. To know that, someone might have been having a bad day and they come and watch you dance, and maybe it's one of their favorite songs in the world that makes them smile no matter what. I mean, and to be able to be a part of that and to connect to somebody in that manner, I think that's a really cool experience to share in.
Wrestling here has been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Going into college, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I was undecided, and then going through taking classes, I figured out what I wanted to do. I want to work with other people, like with kids, and help them develop.
The balance with athletics in school, it's just, with me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I was injured my freshman year, and I just felt so off track. It didn't feel natural. I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's what they need to stay focused. I mean, if you could do it in high school, you could do it here. You can just join the team and just have fun. It's nice having that other family aside from being at home. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Last year we had all of our girls leave except me and another girl, so we kind of got put into our captain positions. And it's not that I didn't want to do it, but I didn't know if I was ready to take that leadership role yet. But because I was thrown into it, I had to do it. So it helped me as a person and to help lead the dance team and be in control. I mean, it's difficult sometimes, no doubt about it. It's very stressful sometimes, but I probably, as much as I complain about it, I probably wouldn't change it for the world because it's making me who I am today.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program, and it's been a really good experience for me. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close, and we rely on each other and ask each other for help.
Back at Langhorse Field here on the campus of Elmhurst College, and the Blue Jays have reached their highest goal total of the season. Oh, by the way, we've only played 45 minutes of this one. 4-0 Blue Jays on top of the Simpson College Storm here at Langhorse Field. Luke Tanaka with you. Glad to have you alongside. Glad you've stuck with us right now. It's been a heck of a game for the Blue Jays, offensively, defensively, you name it. Elmhurst has brought everything they have today, and they are really beating up on what is really a pretty solid Simpson College Storm team. This is a Simpson team that beat Augustana here in the CCIW 3-0 earlier this year. And so this is quite a statement that the Blue Jays are making here through 45 minutes. Of course, a lot can happen. As we saw in that first half, in 45 minutes, Simpson is a team that can score in bunches. So not to say this game is over, but it's going to take quite an effort from the Storm offensively if they're going to have a chance in this game. Here's a good chance here for the Storm, but it's cleared away nicely by Matt McNamara. Looks like number 18, Donovan Rowe, who is starting this second half, is a new player into the game that we, at least I from up here, have not seen yet. Possible he could have been in the game, just didn't see the number, as this one cleared off of an Elmhurst defender, and the Storm trying to get something going offensively right off the opening whistle. It'll be a corner for the Storm from the near side. All bunched into the box. They end up chipping it towards the near post, headed away by the Blue Jays, trying to keep it in the Storm, but Ganas is there on the far side, and he'll let it roll out of bounds for a throw-in. Looks like the starters on the field for the Blue Jays. Nick King in goal. Up front, Diedrich Cooper-Seep, Sam Johnson, Josh Arvidsson. The midfield, Andrew Hicks, Alec Ganas. On the far side, can't quite tell who that is. Doesn't look like Lucas Weatherby Johnson. That may be the only non-starter here, and he's on the far side as Josh Arvidsson plays it on the near side. It's out of play, even though the ball was hit up into the air. There'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst. On the back line, Creed Chard, Derek Dedman. We also see number 27, Luke Deal. Looks like he is starting this half as well in place of Nick Fetchy. Headed on by a Blue Jay, away by Simpson, but a corner for Elmhurst. Let's see who is going to be charged with taking. Oh, it is Weatherby Johnson, so excuse me on that. He is into the game, and he will take this one. Why not? First goal the Blue Jays scored today was off of Weatherby Johnson's foot on a corner. Sent it into the box, and Matt McNamara found the back of the net on a header. Weatherby Johnson to hit this one. Another good one towards the back post, headed towards goal, bouncing around, and a foul. Charge to the Blue Jays. Check it out on this play here. You're able to get a head on it. Looked like he was leaning over somebody. Perhaps that was the call. Foul on Elmhurst nullifies the chance. It'll be sent away by Harris of the Storm. All the way to King, but he sends it back ahead for Elmhurst. Played up ahead. Here's Arvidsson. Josh Arvidsson playing to the outside. Diedrich Cooper-Seep deflected by one of the players for Simpson. Cooper-Seep trying to get there, could not. It'll actually, I think, be a throw-in. So Cooper-Seep is able to deflect it at least to the Elmhurst side of the flag, so it's not a goal kick, instead of throw-in. Very deep in their own defensive end. First time I've seen Deal up here this season. He's played 3 games, the freshman from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Got some height on him, 6'1", 180. Here's Sam Johnson in the middle of the field. Johnson had a great week last week with an assist and 2 goals. Nice threaded pass from Cooper-Seep. Johnson couldn't quite handle it. It's kind of in an awkward area right in between the 2 legs, instead of either ahead of him or behind him. Bouncing ball, Denman trying to get there, and he does, but the throw-in advances the Storm ahead. Denman held a bit, but still able to play the ball short, and it goes all the way to Nick King. And it'll be a goal kick for him. Just over 5 minutes into this second half. Blue Jays on top 4-0. Here is the scoring recap. All Elmhurst. 3rd minute, Lucas Weatherby Johnson with the corner. Matt McNamara buries the header. 1-0 Blue Jays. 2-0 after Diedrich Cooper-Seep slides on a shot to send it and redirect it home off of an assist also from Weatherby Johnson. 2 assists for him in the first half. Then J.D. Garnett off of a short clear. Garnett rips a ball in right inside the left post. And then 39th minute, Keegan Thompson off a cross from Nick Fetchy that was a little too far, and Andrew Hicks heads it back into a dangerous area, and Thompson puts it home for his first goal of the year. Lots of different players contributing to the Elmhurst goals. 5 of them, 2 assists from Weatherby Johnson, and 4 different goal scorers. Storm trying to get something going offensively. Doswell rips a shot that's blocked. Back up again by the Blue Jays. That's a couple of times that it seemed like this Storm had a good chance to rip a shot on goal, but Blue Jay defense just taking one for the team and blocking those shots. Foul on Simpson in the middle of the field will give the Blue Jays a free kick just beyond midfield. Leading goal scorers on the teams, Garrett Pokup has 8 goals on the year. Darius Doswell with 5. He ripped that last shot that was blocked. Simpson has scored 21 goals in 9 games, but currently being shut out in their 10th by the Blue Jays. Both teams have 8 shots, but the Blue Jays leading in shots on goal in 4 of their 5 shots on goal. And found the back of the net. This one ripped pretty well towards goal, up into the air by a Simpson defender. And they'll try to clear it away here shortly. Actually went right through the legs of Andrew Hicks there on that pass back. Not necessarily intentional, just kind of happened that way. The freshman Deal passes to Arvidsson, looking for Cooper-Seep on a run down the line. Didn't get there. Once again, the yellow jersey's taking it away. Looking for an offsides call there, but not given. Instead, shot run towards the middle. Good run by a defender. Down goes, and it's going to be a free kick, it looks like. Or are they going to give him a penalty shot? No, they're going to give him a penalty shot here. The run by number 10, Garrett Pokup, leading scorer for the Storm, and he gets fouled in the box, and I think we're going to have a penalty shot here. Referee crew today: Tom Kachuvka, Arlen Kochu, and Michael Herka, and it'll be a yellow card here, charged to, I'm going to see who that Blue Jay is. I think that's McNamara, but I'll wait to see the number before I say it for sure. No, it looks like 17 actually Arvidsson. Couple of Blue Jays pleading with the official here, as we have a yellow card charged to number 17, Josh Arvidsson of Elmhurst. And we'll see a penalty shot here. It looks like it's going to be Poke Up to take it. Here it comes, the shot, and he scores on it. Simpson scores their first goal of the day on a penalty shot by Poke Up. That would be his 9th goal of the year. And now it's 4-1 in favor of Elmhurst as the Storm strike first here in the second half. Looks like we have a couple of subs in for the Blue Jays. First time we've seen Zach Clements, number 30, as he checks in for Arvidsson. Fetchy also into the game, and he replaces the freshman who started the half. That was number 27, Luke Deal. So Simpson with their first goal of the game. And remember, this is a very high-powered offense, as we mentioned. Just under 3 goals a game for Simpson this season. 22 goals now in their 10th game. Coming into the game, 21 goals in 9 games for the Storm. So needless to say, their offense is pretty high power, and the Blue Jays can't just sit back and assume that they're going to lay over here in the next 35 minutes, and the Blue Jays are going to easily take the victory. On the season, Simpson has scored 4 goals twice, once against Wisconsin Superior and once against Bethel. Have not done it on the road. Wisconsin Superior at a neutral site, and then Bethel at home. They scored 3 goals on 3 separate occasions. At Wartburg, at home against Augustana, and at home against Westminster. So yes, this is a team capable of scoring goals in bunches. Blue Jays out in front by 3, feeling pretty good about their 4-0 halftime lead, though. Fetchy able to play that one. Zach Clements, little physical in the middle there, and we'll have a stoppage again. I wonder if they're going to give a little too much, maybe a little talking to here from the official. Clements, the freshman, just a talking to from Kachovka. Nothing more, nothing less. Three-goal lead for the Blue Jays. 50 yards out, here's a chance for the Storm. A lot of topspin on that ball. Cooper Seep, long run, but he just sends it ahead to the Simpson defense. Ganas lost it, but right back to the Blue Jay back line. Weatherby Johnson gets around a defender. Zach Clements now on the far side. All the way towards the corner flag, it rolls over the sideline. Throw in deep in their own defensive half for the Storm. Simpson 6-2-1 coming into the game. Elmhurst 4-2-2. Blue Jays were undefeated up until their loss against Chicago here. They were 4-0-1 in their first 5 games. I think the Blue Jays looking for an offsides call there, didn't get it. Doswell lost it anyway, and Fetchy has it. Johnson finds Hicks. Sending it ahead, Cooper Seep, but a little wide of its intended target. Simpson definitely playing with a sense of urgency here. Really didn't celebrate their first goal off the penalty kick. Instead, just rushed the ball back to the spot to try to keep the momentum going. Cooper Seep down. Sam Johnson now had it for a second. Taken away by the defense and sent up the end line nicely. Simpson now currently leading in shots 9-8. The Blue Jays on the scoreboard 4-1. Long ball. Defense has to play it well. Down goes another player and a foul on Simpson. Simpson forward certainly not pleased with the call. Sent ahead by Nick King after the foul. Now Cooper Seep trying to beat it to the corner flag. He does. Nice flick back. Cooper Seep with some room. Sends a rolling cross to the middle that is deflected away by the Store. Now here's Ganas ripping a shot that's blocked. And now the Storm trying to get a counterattack going. Blue Jays forced. Simpson 1. 31 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. Simpson did score the only goal here the second half so far on a penalty shot by Pokup, his 9th goal of the year. Not only did he put the penalty shot in the back of the net, he earned the penalty shot as he was the one to make the nice run to get the foul called on him. And it looks like it's going to be a foul here on Elmhurst. And all of a sudden, just a bit of frustration, maybe for both sides, starting to boil over a touch. Blue Jays certainly feel like they could have played a better first 15 minutes of the second half. Simpson still reeling from that first 45 minutes of the game. And another free kick in a dangerous area for Simpson, who has had the better of the chances here in the second half. Taking his time before delivering a line drive cross. Lots of tangling up in the box. Another penalty shot. Oh my. And it'll be another penalty shot. I don't know what happened there. We should stop the clock here, as we'll have our second penalty shot of the game. Here it comes. It's another one. And it's a goal for Simpson again. And all of a sudden, they've cut the deficit to 2. Now we'll have a couple of more subs for Elmhurst here. Elmhurst not at all happy with how this first 15 minutes has gone. All of a sudden, it's 4-2. Elmhurst just clears it up, as they have done before, to try to spread out here. I see David Bez is back in. J.D. Garnett now playing, it looks like, on the back line, replacing Nick Fetchy. All of a sudden, you can imagine Simpson's back in the game now after trailing 4-0 at halftime. 2 penalty shots have put them within 2. Wow, what a nice play there on the far side. Elmer's player falling down, gets it ahead to Lucas Weatherby Johnson, who loses it briefly. Actually, excuse me, that's David Bez in the middle of the field. Ganas heads it back forward. Shot ripped ahead by Simpson. Now Cooper Seep, handball. Doswell lifted ahead. Dangerous area. Simpson all of a sudden back in the game at 4-2. Looking for more. Poke up. Sends one to the middle. Now here's a shot for Doswell, who sends it just wide. Storm gaining some momentum here. Of course, Elmhurst still up 4-2. Goals in the first half from Matt McNamara, Diedrich Cooper-Seep, both of the first two assisted by Lucas Weatherby Johnson. Then 33rd minute, Garnett unassisted, and then Fetchy and Hicks assist on Thompson's goal in the 39th minute, to put Elmhurst up 4-0. Then 2 goals, both from the penalty spot by Garrick Poka. Near side, Jake Cohen, first time we've seen him, and it just leaks over the near sideline. Interesting to see Garnett on the back line. He's been a decent goal scorer for the Blue Jays over his years, as that one is a towering shot, almost caught by the school's president, and he is not happy with his effort. Still, I'd say it was a good effort just to go for the ball. That was a blast from the Blue Jay back line, so I'll give him credit for going for it. Doswell heads it on. Battle in the middle, tangled up, and it's going to be Elmhurst charged with a foul here. And now I think that we're going to stop the clock here. It seems that Pokup believes that Dedman used a little too much force there. Let's see, the two are tangled up. Dedman's foot is in the middle there, and, well, Dedman was starting to walk away. I don't know if he stepped on Pokup or what it was, but he may have stepped on him a touch, but then again, their legs were tangled up in the whole thing. So we'll start on the touch. Here it comes. Right at the official, actually. Brought down. Ooh, Pokup almost had another chance there. Sent into the Simpson bench by Elmhurst, and another stoppage as we have an injured player down. It looks like we have a yellow card. I'm trying to see exactly who that is sitting down there, but I believe he's just been charged with a yellow card here. We have another yellow on the Blue Jays. That's now their second of the game. And it's going to be Andrew Hicks. Back underway. Ball sent to the middle by the Storm and away by the Blue Jay defense. The tables have turned a bit here in the second half, but Elmhurst still holding on to that 2-goal lead. Elmhurst at this point is trying to keep some consistent possession. Simpson has had the better of the chances in the second half and has come out with a new sense of urgency after halftime. Ooh, another dangerous looking ball there, a corner for the Storm. This is what Simpson likes to do. They like to just pack it right in the middle of the box. And we'll have the corner from the far side. Storm packing in there. It's a low ball headed away by the Blue Jay defense at the near post. Doswell brings it down, tries to send one back ahead. That's blocked by Weatherby Johnson. Now we'll send another one again, blocked by Weatherby Johnson. That's what the Elmhurst defense has really done all day, sacrifice their body for the ball as that one is sent up and over the bar. Another good chance for the Storm there, but it's just a little too high. Cooper Seep out of the game now. Looks like Clements back in. Flicked ahead by Lucas Weatherby Johnson. Here's Jake Cohen. Cohen down the sideline. And it's out of play, but a corner for the Blue Jays. It'll be Elmhurst's 6th corner of the game. And I think it's going to be J.D. Garnett. That's who's running towards the ball right now. Instead of Weatherby Johnson, who has sent 2 very good corners, one of them resulting in a goal. Garnett, a low line drive, deflected out, and it's a save by Harris. What a save by Chris Harris. Look at this ball right in here, right there. What a save, and then Cohen with a chance. It was Ganas with the initial shot. A beautiful save by Harris off the rebound. Cohen takes it over the bar. Oh my goodness. Elmhurst with a golden opportunity to go up by 3 again. Another corner to set up here for the Blue Jays. Halfway through this second half. If Elmhurst can put one into the net here, you have to imagine that would feel pretty good for their chances. Garnett's going to play it short. Looks like McNamara sends one towards the far post. Good looking shot for Ganas. Bouncing around to the box, but the Blue Jays can't put it home, and they'll have another corner. Ooh, Ganas. I thought he was going to get ahead on this one. Check this out. Right there at the top. Actually, it was David Bez, not Ganas, but the way he skied into the air, I thought he was the tall Ganas. So another corner now to be taken by Garnett on the far side. Blue Jays swirl into the box. This is a good-looking ball, but it's over everybody. Storm defense is there, but Lucas Weatherby Johnson keeps it in. Weatherby Johnson down the sideline towards the corner flag. Chips it back towards the middle. Deflected back to McNamara. Rips a shot that curls, and ooh, almost there were the Blue Jays, and it looks like they're going to call an offsides perhaps there. Maybe it's just a goal kick. Trying to redirect that shot from McNamara, one of the players there at the far post. Poke up running for this one, and Nick King is able to get there first. 21 minutes to go here in the second half. Now 4-2. Still a bit of cushion for the Blue Jays. Four goals for Elmhurst in that first half, and then 2 penalty shots for Poke Up here in the second half. Throw in for Elmhurst on the far side. Still in a dangerous area, it's Bez. Bez plays back for Garnett, rips a shot, and he scores! J.D. Garnett with a rocket. Blue Jays 5, Simpson 2.
Elmhurst goal scored by number 16, J.D. Garnett, unassisted.
J.D. Garnett does it again. What a flash of brilliance. Garnett, a junior from Clarendon Hills, Illinois, and Hinsdale Central High School with an absolute rocket from 30 yards out. And Elmhurst lead back up to 3. 5 goals, the most they've scored all year. And that's a big goal for the Blue Jays. So much momentum back on way of Simpson because of the 2 penalty shots to pull them back to 4-2. But now it looks like we have some sort of a stoppage. I didn't see this one. But I actually don't. There's the official. I wasn't sure what was going on there. But it looks like Pachovko is going over to talk to the Elmhurst bench. Now he's going to run to the near side. We're going to put 19:20 on the clock. They're going to add a couple of seconds here on the clock. It's going to be down 19:20. And we'll have a couple of subs for the Blue Jays. It's like Sam Johnson back in, along with number 12, Brendan Shuey as well. Back underway. Sam Johnson, one of the new subs, plays it down. Looking for some help, didn't find it. Ball taken away by Simpson. 3-goal lead for Elmhurst. Johnson with a nice touch there, getting himself away from a defender. Cutting back and looking back for some help on the back line. He has Garnett, near side, and Weatherby Johnson. So the Blue Jays get another goal from Garnett, an absolute rocket from 30 yards out. And we'll have a foul here on Elmhurst and Garnett. A little too physical with Doswell there. This one popped up into the air. King looking for some room. He was boxed out, and that's going to be a foul on Simpson, as one of the players got in the way of King trying to get to that ball. I think it was Pokup there in the middle. King would have gotten there easily. Had to run through Pokup, and that will be a foul just about every time. Shots right now 13-12 in favor of Elmhurst. 7-5 in terms of shots on goal. 3 saves for Nick King, 2 saves for Chris Harris. Both keepers have made really, really good saves in the game. Blue Jays have capitalized on 5 of their 7 shots on goal, though. 2 out of Simpson's 5 shots on goal were on penalty kicks. as Weatherby Johnson loses it out of bounds, but he'll win a throw-in for Elmhurst, and it'll be J.D. Garnett to take it on the near side. Elmhurst trying to head into conference play on a 2-game winning streak. It starts on Wednesday already. You feel today that little chill in the air just makes you think that the conference season's right around the corner. And indeed it is, just 2 days away. Played down by Hicks, and another throw-in for the Blue Jays. 17 minutes to go. Elmhurst leading here. 5-2. Big goal from Garnett, who is taking this throw-in. Headed down, here's Chewy. Towards the middle, chance here for Elmhurst. Ball dangerously into the middle, but taken away now by the defense of Simpson. Looks like a throw-in on the far side for the Storm. 6-2-1 the Storm, facing off against the 4-2-2 Blue Jays. Elmhurst led 4-0 at halftime. 2 penalty kick goals put put Simpson back within 2, and then the Blue Jays 1 more from Garnett. Here's Hicks playing to the far side. Garnett on the long run. He's going to have a long way to get back to the defense, but Weatherby Johnson will help him get back there as he plays it to Derek Dedman and rips it to the far side. Johnson couldn't quite get there, and it sail over his head. Now down by the Simpson defense. Blue Jays have showed a new sense of urgency, I'd say probably in the last 15 minutes or so. Ever since that second penalty kick goal came in, Simpson had maybe 2 more chances to pull within 1, but then Garnett re-energized the Blue Jays with his 3rd goal of the year, his 2nd of the day. Ooh, there's a big collision on the far side. Play on, says the official. Looks like both players were either going for the ball or trying to step away from the contact. Dedman sends it over the far sideline. Throw in for the Storm. Here's a ball ripped on, and King just able to keep it out of goal. Long shot from the far side for Simpson. Fourth save of the day for Nick King, sets up a Simpson corner. Headed away by the Blue Jays. Nicely done right in the middle. I think that was Matt McNamara getting a head on it. Now chipped back in. Poke up trying to go around a defender, and King will calm everybody down by gobbling it up. All the way back to Harris, who opts to quickly throw it forward. Less than 14 minutes to go. Blue Jays leading by 3. Their best offensive output of the season by 2 goals. Most they had scored before this was 3. Last time they scored 3 actually was against IIT a couple of days ago. They've scored 3 twice this season, once against Earlham, their very first game of the year as well. And a team normally, well, actually, you should say always built from the back up, but there are definitely lots of great playmakers on offense on this Blue Jay team as well. One of them being Sam Johnson, trying to get to this one in time, cannot. It leaks over the end line. Derek Dedman having to play that one over the near sideline to evade any further damage potentially. Garnett and Dedman double teaming The attacker in the middle there. Ball rolls into the middle, and Garnett clears it away. Takes a rough bounce on Johnson, but he's able to take it back anyway, and then he is tripped up and fouled. Derek Dedman just beyond midfield will have a chance to rip one here in just a second. Under 12 minutes to play. Dedman sends one high towards Harris, and he is able to bat it away. Couldn't quite catch it. Nice diving effort there by Harris, the keeper. Excuse me, is actually a different keeper, it looks like, for Simpson. Number 0, Colton Nickel, looks like, started this second half. Chance for Elmhurst, and a good shot, but saved again, this time by Nickel. That was Weatherby Johnson on the shot. It'll be a corner for Elmhurst. Another sub for the Blue Jays. Looks like Hicks heading off. I think that's Clements coming back in. Corner played short. Ball comes in, headed down by Simpson and away. Another chance potentially for Simpson. Ball poked away. Here's a shot. Saved by King. A rebound, and it's cleared away by McNamara. Another save for King. Keeps this one at a 3-goal game. 5th save of the day for the Elmhurst keeper. Throw in for Elmhurst now, deep in their own end. Under 10 minutes to play, though, and the Blue Jays lead by 3. Looking ahead into the conference slate with a pair of victories in a row. Looks like we'll have a couple of subs here for Elmhurst. Sam Johnson heads out, along with Weatherby Johnson. David Bez finds his way back in, along with Sean Braxton. Braxton with a long run. Could he get to this one? He does. Braxton plays it back. Now towards goal. Bez with a shot save by Nickel. Oliver Sale in the middle of the field. Here's Sale again. Sends one low to the middle. Bez again with a chance, but he just couldn't quite get there in time. The Simpson defender just a split second quicker to the ball as he gets there on a slide. But now Simpson with a chance to counter. Coming up the near sideline. And taken away by Garnett. Drilled out of play. And it's a deflection, so it's going to be a Elmhurst throw-in as well. Nice play by Garnett. Another sub coming in for Elmhurst here. Be a new player to play up front. And it'll be number 31 for the Blue Jays, Tanner Hendricks, checking in. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Bez clears one right off of Hendricks. Welcome to the game, Hendricks. Good hustle there by the new player into the game, Tanner Hendricks, the 6 foot, 175-pound freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Pressure, wins a throw-in again, does the freshman from New Mexico. Garnett will take it. Here's Doswell in the middle of the field, I should say. Doswell sends it ahead, headed nicely by Garnett, and McNamara will play all the way back to King, who will clear it with the left foot. Elmhurst currently leading in shots 15-14. It's been a bit of an open game in terms of lots of scoring chances on both sides. Elmhurst capitalized 4 times in the opening half. Clear attempt off of Creed Chard and a throw-in for Simpson on the far side. 9 shots on goal for the Blue Jays. They've scored on 5 of them. 7 shots on goal for Simpson. They've scored twice. King with 5 saves. Harris with a couple of saves in the first half. This one towards goal. Dangerous ball brought down by Simpson. Here's a shot that's blocked. Blue Jays trying to find a clear. Dedman does so. Another shot blocked by Elmhurst. Foul on Simpson in the middle of the field. Elmhurst has committed 12 fouls. They also have 2 yellow cards, their credit so far. And Simpson has committed 8 fouls, no cards for them. 9 corners for the Blue Jays, 4 for the Storm. Right around 5 minutes to play. Here's Braxton cleaning it up. Lots of subs on the field for the Blue Jays, seeing some extra time with that 3-goal cushion. Braxton up the far side. Can he get there? No. It'll be a goal kick for Nickel, and for missing that substitution. Looks like Colton Nickel came in the game at halftime, the freshman from Waukee, Iowa. Giving up 1 goal. Subbed in after the Elmhurst scored 4 goals in the first half against Chris Harris. Came in just a 1.13 goals against average, but the Blue Jays firing on all cylinders offensively in that first half. Buried 4 out of their 5 shots on goal. Played to the far side, Austin Culver calmly shoves it back to the defense. Elmhurst will come back here to Langhorse Field in just 2 days and face off against the Augustana College Vikings. It'll be a doubleheader of Elmhurst soccer on Blue Jay TV. First the men at 5, and then the women at 7:30. Long run for Braxton. He won't get there, and he'll go over the end line for a goal kick. 3:30 to go, and the Blue Jays beginning to feel that victory coming on. 5-2, their highest goal total of the year up to this point. Was 3. Bouncing ball goes all the way to Nick King. Plays it with his foot before picking it up. King wearing the long sleeve today. Don't blame him. It's a bit chilly today, at least for summer standards. Starting to feel like conference season here around all CCIW sports. The volleyball team will play their third conference game on Wednesday here at home. It's going to be a packed day of Elmhurst sports here on campus. Volleyball team faces off against Carthage College, a Final Four team from last year, at 7 o'clock at R.A. Faginal Hall. And then we're going to stop it here. Looks like, not sure exactly what for. Looks like we don't have a ball. So now the ball will be thrown back into play, and we're good to go. So Elmhurst facing off against Carthage in volleyball, 7 o'clock p.m. at R.A. Faginal Hall on Wednesday. And then you have your choice, because you also have the soccer doubleheader. Maybe you could catch parts of both. As Braxton plays a handball, it'll be a free kick for Simpson. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second half, 3-goal lead for Elmhurst. 5 o'clock, the men face off against Augustana. 7:30, the women will face off against Augustana right here. Elmhurst College Soccer. And it will all be streamed on BlueJayTV.com. Here's a rocket that goes well wide. But a good-looking effort that time. Nick King getting ready to hit one away as we tick down to just about a minute to go here in the second half. Elmhurst at this point cruising to a victory.
1 minute to play in the second half.
Blue Jays out in front 5-2. 2 goals from J.D. Garnett, including a momentum goal, you could say. 4-2 at that point. Garnett with the only second half goal for the Blue Jays at this point. A rocket from 30 yards out that found the near upper 90. Final 30 seconds of this game ticking away. The Blue Jays are going to come out with their 5th victory of the year. They will move to 5-2-2. Simpson will fall to 6-3-1 overall on the season. Dig down the final 10 seconds of the game.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the Blue Jays come away with a victory. Final score of this one is 5-2. Elmhurst, as I mentioned, moves to 5-2-2. Simpson falls to 6-3-1. Elmhurst actually outshot 16-15, but had 9 shots on goal to Simpson's 7. Nick King with 5 saves, while the goalkeeping duo of Colton Nickel and Chris Harris combined for 4. Elmhurst will be back on tap here on BlueJayTV.com on Wednesday, facing off against the Augustana College Vikings, and there'll be a 5 o'clock start. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast. Frankie, great job with the controls as always. Luke Tanaka saying so long from Langhorse Field. Final score of this one, Elmhurst 5 and Simpson 2.